Bob. Welcome back. This is video number 3 in the series that's all about for sale by owner. That is, I as a realtor am going to help you sell your house, even if you don't hire me or any other realtor to help you do it. Now, as I mentioned before, this conversation or this discussion is all about documentation, what you need to do to prepare your home before you can list it and sell it. Now, there really are 3 things involved with getting your home ready. Of course, it's a condition, right? Doing things like repairs, doing touch-ups, that kind of thing. The second thing is your marketing and advertising, of which, of course, that's a big part of that is your photos, and we'll talk more about that. But the most important thing to me before you do anything else is your documentation. Now, Nevada state law, NRS statutes require certain disclosures for any seller to provide. So certainly as a for sale by owner situation, you want to make sure that you're staying within the requirements of the law. And one of the big things then required by that law insofar as disclosures, and by the way, I have a link for you here that has the NRS statute. It's chapter number 113, and we'll tell you more about the disclosures. If you need any of the documents, I'm happy to provide them to you. But the big one, the granddaddy of them all, is a document called the Seller's Real Property Disclosure. Now on that, the one that's used by our MLS, again, I can provide you with this, it's simply a number of check boxes. It's several pages, it's 5 pages long, and some check boxes as well as some additional information regarding things like plumbing, electric, whether you use septic or city sewer, whether you're adjacent to open range, whether you're adjacent to a gaming district. Let's see, if you have any appliance issues, any issues with the garage door, any other defects or issues or incomplete maintenance. You also have to disclose, by the way, if you've had any water issues that may have led to mold. Some additional disclosures, that's a seller's real property disclosure. You have to disclose whether you have an HOA and whether you have any issues or any past due amounts, what the HOA covers, what the cost is, what your HOA cost might be every month. So again, the seller's real property disclosure is kind of the granddaddy of disclosures for you as a seller. Some additional disclosures that may be required from time to time may include lead paint disclosure if your home was built before 1979 or is it 77. Anyway, you would obviously know that that's an additional disclosure that you provide to the buyers. If you do have an HOA, then you do have to provide additional HOA documents, what's called a resale package, which has all of the HOA rules and regulations and so forth. Again, that's a disclosure, that's a document that you should be prepared to provide to the buyer. And all of this, by the way, getting your documentation in order. I certainly recommend, first of all, that you keep all copies of your documents. They all have to be fully executed when you go into escrow. The buyer has to sign them. Keep copies of all of your emails, all of your text messages, obviously all of your documentation, and keep that in a file on your computer or in a desk drawer somewhere. You definitely want to have great documentation that reduces the liability, saves you from hanging your ass out there in the wind, and that's the biggest reason for disclosures. Now, there's some additional documentation, obviously when you get to the offer, when you're have people, you're on the market, you're listing the home, you have buyers coming, there's some, the actual purchase agreement is something different. These are documents and disclosures that you want to get prepared in advance so that when you do go into escrow, you have these documents ready to send over to be reviewed and executed by the buyer. So make sure to stick around. Coming up next, I'm going to talk about the condition of your home. Again, 3 things getting your home ready: condition, marketing and advertising, and documents. Next up, I'm going to talk about condition, the things that you need to do to increase your curb appeal, to increase the value of your home, the saleability of your home. Be sure you tune in for that one.